Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coming at you with an NFL video for this Sunday, the 19th slate. It's 11 game slate. So, with my football, I like to look at a few different guys for quarterback. Same with all the other positions. I'll hop in there, tell you who my favorite plays for cash GPP are and all that. So, let's just hop in. We'll go position by position. So, first off, we got the quarterbacks. Tom Brady's up top. I like him, don't love him. 7,400 is a little pricey. He's not been amazing lately, DraftKings wise, so I'm not going there. Drew Brees in play. I think he's going to be popular. He's also had pretty bad games lately for DraftKings. They've won all their games, so they just haven't had many close games where he's needed to throw much. The running backs have just been doing a lot of the work. So don't hate Drew Brees, don't love him. Alex Smith, he's one of my favorites for more consistent plays. He's okay. I like him. He's going to put you 15 to 25 points. He's not going to have games much below 15 ever. He'll get you 20 quite often, so I like Alex Smith quite a bit. He's pretty safe play. Stafford, I think Stafford is in a good spot. I like Stafford quite a bit. He's been putting up numbers in the past 4 games. Had a few bad games before then, but he's been pretty consistent for about 20, 22 points lately, so I like Stafford a lot. He's probably going to be where I go with a lot of my lineups. Also like Jared Goff. Minnesota is a pretty decent defense, but Jared Goff's just been torching people lately. He's been playing really well. Like him quite a bit. I think this game stays close and they need to throw the ball, so Jared Goff's definitely one of my favorite quarterbacks. Derek Carr, don't love it, but New England's defense has started to play a little better lately, so I'm not probably going there. Kirk Cousins, I think he's in a good spot. I like him, don't love him. New Orleans defense has gotten a lot better this year, but I think they're still susceptible to giving up some long touchdowns. I think Cousins could definitely be a cheaper 6,100 guy. Not going Eli or Tyrod. Tyrod might even he might not be playing. I'm not sure. Fitzpatrick was ultra chalky last week and he sucked. Blake Bortles against Cleveland. I think that's an okay play. He's cheap, 5,200. I wouldn't go there in cash, but for GPPs, I like him. I think he has the upside to put up 20 on any given day. He's not the worst quarterback. 5,200 is a little bit of a price jump, but against this Cleveland team, I think he could have a decent game, and they'll be throwing the ball quite a bit. Other than that, I think that's pretty much where I'm looking at quarterbacks. My favorites, I like Stafford, like Smith. Drew Brees is in play. Don't love him. Kirk Cousins I like, and Blake Bortles. So probably out of those guys, I'm probably going with Stafford most often than not, though. Fournette's got a questionable tag. I'm pretty sure he's playing now. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure he'll play. I don't love him. I don't like the running backs on this slate very much, or at least the top guys. Gurley, it's just a tough Minnesota run defense. He's been okay. I just don't see it happening in this game. They haven't played each other this season, so not much to go off of. I don't know if you want to go there, but I don't love him. Kareem Hunt and Mark Ingram are probably the top 2 guys I'm looking at. Ingram's just been great lately. It's been crazy. I did not ever expect this out of him. He had a great game, 3-touchdown game. Don't expect that, but he can put up 20 pretty easily on most games. I think I like Kamara a little better just because he's going to be cheaper, but he's 7,500, so I don't love that. But Kareem Hunt, I think, is one of my favorites. He's not been doing very well lately. He hasn't found the end zone in a long time, but I think this game against the Giants could be one of those games where he breaks out. I like Kareem Hunt at 8K. One of my favorite are the top guys. Shady McCoy and Melvin Gordon, both in play. I like Melvin a little bit better because Shady's not been getting much, but Gordon's been inconsistent. I wouldn't go there in cash, but I do like him in GPPs. Same with McCoy. You can go there in GPP. Kamara, I like him, but 7,500 is getting up there for him. He's been really consistent, but I don't know if you can pay that much for him. He's good. I like him, but 7,500 just too much. He won't be in cash for me. Maybe I'll run him in a GPP or 2. Jordan Howard was awful last week. I don't know if he'll be the same this week. Benny Cunningham is stealing a lot of play time, so I really don't know what the Bears are doing. I'm not looking to go in the Bears backfield anymore. Peterson against a tough Houston, don't like. Jerick McKinnon, I think he's in play against the Rams. He's been pretty good. He's had some inconsistent games and he's had some great games. You don't know who's going to get the touchdowns with these guys. It can be him, it can be Latavius Murray, or it can be the receivers. So it's kind of tough, but don't really know what's going on there. And Orleans Darkwa kind of in play against this Giants team. Not in love with him, but he's okay. For a cheaper guy, he's going to put up the value because he gets the touches. So I think he's okay. The Chiefs aren't great this year defensively, so I like Orleans a bit. Chris Ivory, I don't know if he's going to be popular again. He sucked last week, so he probably will be popular again. Or not Chris Ivory, I'm sorry. I don't know who I'm thinking of. Chris Ivory didn't play much last week. He might be in play if Fournette's out. I don't think he will be, but if Fournette's out, he's worth a look. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's worth a look if Fournette's out. Other than that, I don't like many of these cheap guys. Joe Mixon's been okay. Don't love him against Denver, though. He gets touches, he gets a few receptions, but I don't love him in the spot. He doesn't find the end zone very often. Latavius Murray, on the other hand, he gets the goal line touches, so he could be effective there. But if Minnesota's just passing the ball really well, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. So I like that game to target, but I think I'll go there more with the receivers. Other than that, I don't love any of these cheaper guys. You can go there, but I don't think any of them are great plays. Maybe I don't think Chris Thompson's going to get too much love, but maybe he'll get a couple more carries or catches than he has. He just gets kind of screwed over by that offense. He just doesn't get to carry the ball as much. He gets receptions, but he's not been amazing the past few games. He saw a nice price decrease, but he's got potential, especially against New Orleans. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so I don't hate the play. I don't love him, though. He's not safe at all. But probably my top guys, Kareem Hunt or Melvin Gordon on this slate. Wide receivers, Mike Evans. Don't know what to do there because I don't like Fitzpatrick very much, and Jameis might have some problems here because he's apparently, I don't know exactly what the allegations were, but he's got some allegations against him, and they're investigating. So I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback. Michael Thomas not in a great spot. Thielen, he's been really good. 7,200 is not too bad for him. The way he's been putting up numbers, I like him. Tyreek Hill, I think, is in a decent spot too. I like him quite a bit. He doesn't get a whole lot of catches, is the only thing that worries me about him. But when he does, they're normally big plays. So Tyreek's in play. Not looking to go AJ Green. Fitzgerald, don't love it with Drew Stanton back there, but he has been putting up pretty good numbers the past couple games. Golden Tate, one of my favorite receivers this week. Him and Stafford combo, I think, is a great play. I like him quite a bit. He's been really consistent and really just put up numbers every week in, week out. I like Golden Tate quite a bit here. Especially if you're using Stafford, I like that combo. Brandon Cooks, I think, is in play. Don't love him, but Brady throws to him a lot, so he gets receptions. He doesn't get too many touchdowns, but he can have that big game like that 35-pointer. Devontae Parker, Jarvis Landry. Personally, I like Landry better. Devontae Parker's definitely better GPP play, and Landry's a safer cash play. He gets more catches, but Parker's pretty good. He has the big play potential, and Landry's more just gets the receptions. So I like both. If you want to run either of them, I'll probably run Landry in cash. I'm not decided yet, but he's definitely up there. Sterling Shepard, like him a lot. He was really good last week. Apparently he has an illness, so he's kind of questionable to play right now, is what I just got an update on a couple hours ago. But I think he'll play. I like Sterling Shepard quite a bit. I don't know. I hopped over. Hopkins definitely in play. Don't love him, but against Arizona, their defense has been pretty bad. He's been pretty good the past 3 weeks, so if you like Hopkins, throw him in there. He's been really consistent. Hopkins will probably be a good cash game play. So if you like Hopkins, throw him in there for Landry or something. Keenan Allen, he's not been amazing lately. Yeah, I'm not going there. He used to get, early in the season, he was getting a lot of catches, and now he's definitely gone down. So don't love him. If you like him and you think he's going to play well, go for it. Robert Woods just jumped up in price a lot. I see why, because he's been good. I don't know that you can spend $6K on him. You obviously can, but it's risky. He's had 2 monster games in a row. I don't see that happening again, but the way the Rams are playing it very well could. So any of the Rams receivers are in play. They're all pretty talented. Robert Woods is great, but I don't know if you can pay $6K for him. Crabtree at 5,900. Don't love him, but the Patriots D is not great. He hasn't had a big game for a while now, so if you like him, play him. Don't like a lot of these 5K price guys. Emmanuel Sanders, not a huge fan. Djax, I don't mind him. I don't love him with Fitzpatrick back there, but he's okay. Not super consistent, but if you like him for a GPP guy. I don't like Ted Ginn. Jordy Nelson, I just don't think you can go there with Hundley. He's so cheap, though. Cooper Kupp, cheaper guy in play. I like Kupp decent amount. He gets his targets. He gets quite a few receptions most games. So Robert Woods is kind of taken over where he's getting a few more, but Cooper Kupp's in play. Sammy Watkins had a good game last week. I don't love him. He's kind of dependent on like a deep ball, but doesn't get a whole lot of catches. What worries me about him. So he's had back-to-back games, 1 and 2 catches, both were a touchdown. So he's pretty scoring dependent. Josh Doxson was okay. I don't think he'll be as popular as he was. Randall Cobb at 3,900. I don't hate that play at all. He's cheap, and he has some upside to get you 10, 12 points. I don't love him, but if he gets a touchdown, that would help. Other than that, there's all these cheaper guys. If you like them, you can play them. I don't like a whole lot down here, but if you like some of these guys, go with them. Tight end, there's a couple places you can go. Kelsey, I like, but 7,300 is so expensive for him. I do think he's in for a monster game. I would take him over Gronk all day, but 7,300, I just don't know if you can pay that for a tight end. You'd have to go cheap on your receivers and running back. If you like him and really want him in there, go for it. Gronk in play, good spot. Just don't like paying 7,200 for him right now. Ingram, I think he's too expensive as well. So the guys I'm looking at, I like Vernon Davis quite a bit. 4,600, I think is a pretty good price tag for him. He's been pretty consistent, getting a lot of catches lately, especially with Jordan Reed out. So him and Kirk have got a little bond going. They're connecting on a lot of plays. So I like Vernon Davis a lot. Kyle Rudolph's been pretty inconsistent. Same with Braid. They've both been not great. Braid's in a good spot again, but had 2 bad games in a row, so I don't know if you want to go there or not. I'd like him better if Jameis was playing. Hunter Henry, Eric Ebron, both in play. Don't love either. Tyler Kroft, I think, is okay. For a cheaper guy, 2,900, he's okay. He's been pretty good. He's had 1 bad game last week, but other than that, he's been pretty consistent for about 10 points. So Tyler Kroft's in play. But I'm probably going to use a lot of Vernon Davis. He's my favorite. Then let's just hop over to Jaguars probably are the favorite on the board. 4K is a lot, but they've been solid. They get sacks. They'll tear up whoever Cleveland's starting. Had a bad game last week, but other than that, they've been really consistent. They'll put up points. They'll get some sacks. So I like them quite a bit. I also like the Lions against Chicago. I think they're in a good spot. Their defense has been okay. Not amazing, but they've been okay. If you want a little cheaper, I'd probably go Lions. I think Lions are going to be less owned, and I like them a little better than Jags. Also like Houston D against a weak Arizona team now. I think Houston's got a pretty good chance at having some turnovers or creating some sacks. Other than that, the cheaper defense I like is probably going to be the Dolphins just because Tampa Bay has looked so bad. I don't go there often, but if you want a GPP punt, not bad. they're not consistent defense at all. I'm not saying they are. They don't cause a lot of turnovers. They will get a few sacks, and they give up a lot of points, though. But Tampa Bay's been really bad, so I think they're okay. They're in play. So that's pretty much what I've got for this slate. I don't love the slate. I think there's a few ways you can go. I like the receivers, those mid-tier receivers, a lot more than any other positions. But that's what I've got. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Make some money on basketball and NFL, and let's